you say, he's not someone that instills fear necessarily.
No, I mean, Bumrah would dispose of most top-order batters in the world, so it's, if you come in at number 8, probably a spot too high as well for Maharaj. You're just thinking pure survival here, support Miller. Miller's the one who the runs are going to come from the blade of. Maharaj's job is to survive these 2 deliveries and then make sure Miller faces as many balls as possible in the last 2 overs.
21 needed from 14 for South Africa. That's what India have to defend to lift their first World Cup in over a decade. Bumrah, bearded figure, moving away from us. Maharaj on strike is defending. Leaning forward, and Miller barely left his ground at the other end.
He's defended that like he's safe in a test match. I would be inclined to think as well, if the ball dribbled down to fine leg, Miller wouldn't be running.
21 from 13, Bumrah. I mean, look at these figures. He's bowled 3.5 overs, 2 for 17 again. Arshdeep has bowled well today, by the way. He's still got an over to come. 2 for 16 from 3. Here comes Bumrah. The game was South Africa's. It's no longer South Africa's. 21 from 13 needed. Bumrah to bowl to Maharaj, who's defending. Yes is the cry, and they will run through for the single. So the over comes to an end, 2 from it, 20 needed from 12. You're not convinced by that, Vinny?
No, I like it. South Africa have to take the runs on offer, definitely. At that stage, I think the 5th delivery of the over,
okay, so
Maharaj wouldn't have been dashing through to take that single, but at the end of the over, fine. Maharaj can face the first ball of the next over, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to keep Miller away from Bumrah, but what Bumrah's complaining about there, Kohli was right back on the circle, because clearly India would rather bowl at Maharaj in this situation and heap the pressure onto him. So I think Rohit had pushed Virat to the edge of the circle, but Bumrah didn't realise that had done so, and I think he was thinking about his figures, and he's been rather expensive for what he's been in this tournament. 2 for 18 from 4 today, just over 4s. Ridiculous to even speak about it in that manner. Yeah, 2 for 18 has increased his economy rate in the tournament today, which is crazy.
They needed 30 from 30, South Africa, then it was 26 from 24, it was 21 from 14, now it is 20 from 12. 2 overs left. 2 overs left of the World Cup. In comes Arshdeep Singh to bowl to Maharaj, who's getting a ball which is punched back towards the bowler, stopped. It's a dot.
India are up and about now. They were forlorn figures about 12 deliveries ago when Rishabh Pant went down on his bum and had the physio come on and tape his knee up. He's still hobbling around now, but that break in play has seemed so significant for the course of the game and the momentum of the game that we are seeing right now, because Klaasen departs the very next delivery to a slower ball from Pandya, and now the Indian fielders, they're like a membrane coming in towards the batter every time, crowding him each delivery. There were 4 of them surrounding him there. Now they're back on the circle, pouncing again, making sure Maharaj is on strike.
Kohli encouraging the crowd to give the whole Arshdeep again. Angled approach over the wicket. Left arm to bowl to Miller, who swings at a ball into the leg side. I'm not sure he's got enough of it for two. They'll turn for a second run and they'll get a second run. 17 from 8. 2 balls left of the over. 3 runs from the over. And Miller was trying to launch into the leg side. I mean, what will be in his favour is the wind is blowing in the direction of his hitting arc in the final over.
Yep, and it'll be Hardik Pandya bowling it. Arshdeep Singh's 2 deliveries left. It's been a good over so far.
3 from it. 17 needed from 8. Miller on strike, goes hard at the ball. He'll get probably 1 only. It is only the single as Jadeja runs in front of the scoreboard to our right. Some of the crowd can barely look. 16 needed from 7.
I can barely look, and I've got to commentate on it. I'm nervous for South Africa here. This is a free hit for Maharaj. I think if it's an even number, they come back. If it's not, you don't want Maharaj thrashing at 2, as we saw the first 2 deliveries of this over. Thrashing around at 2 of them and wasting 2 dot balls. So Miller, for me, has to stay at the far end. It's either 0, 2, 4 or 6 here for me for South Africa.
They needed 26 from 24. The game was in the palm of their hand. South Africa, India are in it. The favourites, I would say, just about. 16 needed from 7. Maharaj waits and swings at the ball into the ground. And is that a catch? It might be. Some of the crowd think so, and you can't really tell from the reaction. I don't think it's a bump ball, surely. I think it is. I don't think he's played it into his toe. But it is 16 from the final over. David Miller, over to you. Hardik Pandya against David Miller for the World Cup. 16 needed from 6.
Yep. Here we go. Miller, I don't think he was sat on his bat handle there as well. There was no way he was running unless it was a 2. It was going to dribble up towards long on that final delivery. It was a brilliant over by Arshdeep Singh. 4 from it. Nailed everything he wanted to do there, apart from the one where his captain gave him a bit of a ticking off for maybe gifting South Africa 4 runs from outside the off stump. But he's been fantastic today, Arshdeep Singh. India's leading wicket taker throughout the tournament. And now this really is the mouth-watering finale that we all wanted.
And they've got 14 of the last 24 deliveries. South Africa, the game was theirs. It was. And yeah, all the accusations about that word that they don't like, choke, from being in positions in semi-finals where they should surely get over the line. Not much will hurt as much as this if they don't win it. South African sport would have been looking at today as an opportunity. At the halfway stage, it was in India's favour. Brilliant run scoring from Heinrich Klaassen. Looked like it was South Africa's game. India were forlorn, they were gone. But he went. He chased a wide delivery from Hardik Pandya. And suddenly the run scoring ground to a halt. And 16 from 6 balls. Virat Kohli is down there to our left at deep mid-wicket, which is going to be a part of the ground, you sense, where David Miller is going to be trying to target. The wind is blowing in that direction. Grey clouds overhead.
Hardik Pandya is going to have to look to bowl it across Miller here. Anything on his legs or anything on the stumps is giving Miller the opportunity to hammer it. Square leg is coming up inside the circle as well, which signifies to me that Hardik bowling over the wicket is going to be targeting that wide line, way outside off stump, deep backward point, deep square cover.
16 from 6. Miller waits, full toss. He's hit it in the air. He's hit it down the ground. Fielder running round. Oh, it's a brilliant piece of work, but this could be 6, it could be out. I do not know. Surya Kumar Yadav thinks he's got him. Is that foot down? It required 2 tosses in the air, and I just don't know. Miller is walking, but he's asking the question. This is going to take some work from the TV umpire. Should have been 6.
Yeah, it's quite a remarkable piece of fielding from Surya Kumar Yadav, sprinting to his left, right underneath us. We're like a bird on top of that piece of play, right down below us. He's caught it beyond the boundary rope, throws it up, his feet go the other side of the rope, he then jumps, catches it whilst it's mid-air. For me, that's out. We'll find out now.
By the way, the ground staff are gathering. 161 for 7 is what the scoreboard reads. Here we go. Surya Kumar Yadav takes the catch. Foot is not on the boundary. He tosses it up. He goes over the boundary. Eyes fixed on the ball.
Keep it rolling through, please.
Gets
Keep
it again. Takes it again. It's going to be out.
Did you have any other angle
I think
from just
it's going to
behind,
be out.
please? Thank you.
It's a quite staggering piece of fielding under pressure.
Foot's inside there. Foot's inside there. Foot's inside there. Bone up.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Keep it rolling, please. Keep it rolling. Yeah, foot's inside there. Keep it rolling. Thank you. Ready with my decision for the big screen.
Umpire Kettleborough is about to delight every single person in this ground and a great many more back in India. It's out. It's 16 from 5. And David Miller got a full toss that he couldn't punish down the ground. He has hit so many of them in his career a mile. He almost got enough within an inch or two of clearing the brilliance of Surya Kumar Yadav, but he couldn't quite get all of it.
He stayed. Had he moved across his crease there, David Miller, I think he'd have met that in the middle of the bat and it would have cannoned into the media centre up here, but his feet have stayed rooted on or around middle stump, which means when that ball is full and drifting away from him outside towards the wide line, all he can do is catch it with the toe end of the bat. It's exactly what Hardik Pandya wants, and because he doesn't catch it as clean as he possibly could, it balloons up in the air, and for all love or money, I thought that was going to get over the head of Sky down there at long off, but it didn't. Rabada's at the crease with loads to do.
16 needed from 5. 12 needed from 4. The rain is falling. If you get a swing, swing hard. And he does, Gagisa Rabada. He's another left-hander.
And he can bat. He can bat. He can whack him. He got South Africa over the line the other evening in a nervy one against the West Indies. 12 from 4. That changes the field, makes India think about something different. Deep backward point comes up inside the circle. Deep third goes out exactly for that outside edge.
12 from 4. The range is easing a bit, just adding to the drama. 12 from 4. Rabada taps his bat. Hardik Pandya with a deep breath pushes off below us. Running away. It's a bowl at Rabada, who swings again mightily, and Maharaj is running through to take the run. That will see the equation to 11 from 3. For me, Rabada's more likely to hit you these runs. I think he's the 6th here. I'm not sure Maharaj. He's good for a nudge and a nurdle, but is he not going to necessarily launch the ball out the ground, particularly because Rabada is swinging towards the side where the wind is blowing. They take the bye. 11 needed from 3.
Yeah, good bowling from Pandya. Takes the pace off it. The ball before, the 2 balls before, had been pace on. That one, I think, he's just run his fingers down the ball. Span and spat into the chest of Rishabh Pant, who just smothered it rather than trying to catch it. Swooped the ball on the rebound and had a shy at the stumps. Maharaj was home though. South Africa get a single. 11 from 3.
Hardik Pandya down below us, knowing that this ball could be almost the game. He runs into bowl to Maharaj, a lonely figure in the middle, and bowls onto the pads. They'll run through for one leg by, and Rabada is saying, don't you think about it. And it is now 10 from 2. He needs a 6. He's got to find a 6. It's 167 for 7. A reminder, South Africa needed 30 to run a ball. They needed 26 and 24. And this game has fallen away from them. And India and their fans are celebrating. Rohit Sharma won't think this is job done, but they're mighty close to it. This ball could be it. And Heinrich Klaasen has buried his face in a grey towel sitting in the dugout. His efforts look like being in vain. There is still hope, but that window of opportunity for South Africa to win their first World Cup is closing agonisingly. 10 needed from 2. This delivery doesn't go for a boundary. India, providing no balls and wides, are avoided. will be there. Hardik Pandya down below us to bowl to Kagiso Rabada. 1-6-7 for 7. 10 needed from 2. It's outside the off stump. Wide. 9 needed from 2. So it could be 2 fours to take us to a super over, everybody.
I'd actually really enjoy that. I would enjoy that.
I think we all would.
It's been a remarkable game of cricket. Brilliant tournament as well. So many finishes like this.
Hardik Pandya leans on his knees, he's nervous.
Yeah, you've got this funny situation now where Rohit is the captain of India and Hardik is the captain of the Mumbai Indians.
Oh yeah, that dynamic. Just add a little something else. 9 needed from 2. Hardik Pandya to bowl to Kagiso Rabada. Taps his bat, waits for Hardik, who runs in now. It's been hit down the ground aerially. Fielder running in. Surya Kumar Yadav with the catch. Jubilation for India. Virat Kohli doesn't celebrate with his team because he turns. He sees those supporters that have wanted him to lift the trophy for so long, and now he buries his head in his hands. And India celebrate in the middle. Though we have a ball remaining, they know it's job done. And Virat Kohli, way down below us, leaning on his knees, staring at the ground for so long. So many have said, this man, he just can't win trophies. He doesn't do it internationally, doesn't do it domestically. But in a few minutes' time, he will have his hands on a T20 World Cup trophy. It's a long time since he was part of that India squad in 2011 that won. From Mumbai via a Champions Trophy in Birmingham to Bridgetown in the Caribbean, it is going to be India. 9 needed from 1 ball. South Africa had this game. They had it won. But India have fought back thanks to some brilliant bowling. Some slightly panicked batting at times. But 9 from 1 ball just does not go. Henrik Nortje, well, he's going to have to do his job here. But India flags are flying, the music is cranking up. And Hardik Pandya stands at the end of his mark knowing a legitimate delivery. It doesn't matter what happens with it, because 9 are needed from 1 ball. And here comes Pandya to finish this World Cup. He runs in over the wicket, bowls a ball which is clobbered into the leg side. On the bounce, India already celebrate. And Rohit Sharma lies on the ground, punching